Are we on?
We are going to be on momentarily. We've got our StreamYard playing. We are about to have our YouTube playing and okay, we are now live on Instagram as well.
Woo!
We are now live on the YouTubes. And yeah, we are in action. So, all right, Sister Marjo, welcome to the show.
Yo, that's wonderful. Thanks for inviting us.
Yeah, absolutely. We're getting ready for this weekend's Ridge Sesh and Cured Cup, and tonight's show is a meeting with our partner sponsors, Humboldt Trim Company, Connoisseur Grade Only, and the Real Ridge Boys. Hopefully, those last two will be joining us here shortly. But I've got my sister Marjo Lack joining me from Humboldt Trim Company and Humboldt Nation. And Marjo is also our big headliner for the event. Going to throw down some an awesome couple of sets for us. So we're super excited to have you joining us, Marjo. You're on your
Me
way back from
too.
LA. You're on your way back from LA doing the good work, keeping the recreational ganja flowing out of the Emerald Triangle and out of Northern California into the people who need it. So thank you for doing that. How's your day
Yeah.
going? How's your journey been going?
Oh, it's all good. It's hard to be driving such a long ways. I made it to LA yesterday, and I'm trying to get home to my kids as soon as possible. So it's a lot of driving, but it's such a wonderful state, and I'm enjoying the sunshine and listening to some good stuff and preparing my set for the Sesh, and super excited to be a part, and camping out with the family and just hanging out with everybody on Saturday. Very, very excited. We're bringing our team. We're gonna set up a little booth, and talk to farmers and talk to friends, and making new friends. We do work with a lot of farmers on that area in Nevada City, and Grass Valley is definitely like a area we've been developing more connections and clients. So we stoked to have some of those clients in house and being a part of the Sash. And we've been inviting some of them to just come hang out and swim and be in the pool with us.
Yes, in a cannabis industry full of distributors and processing companies that have come and gone, you guys have really been staying the course and helping a lot of farmers, and it's been awesome to see. You and your husband Andy, my brother. Tell us a little bit about your guys' history in the Emerald Triangle. You guys have been in Humboldt a long time, in cannabis a long time, farming, and tell us about how Humboldt Trim Company came to be.
Yes. Um, well, I'm originally from Brazil. You can notice by my accent. And I came to Humboldt in 2006 to study at Hartwood Institute, that you know very well. We raised on those lands, and end up meeting Andy around the neighborhood. Um, we fell in love, and long story short, now we have two kids. Andy already had a piece of land that he had a garden and grew some weed in Thunder Humboldt in Salmon Creek. And when we got married in 2008, we started developing the farm as our homestead and growing more food and developing our gardens together. We now have a 10,000 square foot permit in Salmon Creek. And with the legalization 2017, 18, we had a brilliant idea of developing a processing facility, because I used to be a trimmer and used to work and help out a lot of farmers and neighbors, and with extremely experience on just like the trim scene itself. So we decided to open a Humble Trim Company that it was really focused on processing until the first crisis that we saw in the industry. I would say 2021, when prices went down, farmers cannot afford much of a processing company. It's expensive having employees and W-2 and all of that. So we shifted a little bit, um, and started doing more wholesale and bulk distribution of processed goods. We still do a lot of trimming and processing and QCing, but it's not the main revenue um, for our company. Hold on, I'm so sorry. I gotta look. I think I lost my exit. Damn.
No
Okay.
problem.
Well. Um. Anyway, coming back over here. Uh. Now we operate out of Sherman Oaks. We have a showroom down in LA where we bring a lot of Northern California Emerald Triangle products. We work with close to 400 farms now, um,
Wow.
from Northern California all the way, and been moving quite a bit of product. We source for a lot of brands down in LA. We do a lot of packaging and white labeling, um, and we have a few different like revenue streams we operate, but bulk sale has been definitely like paying the bills the last couple of years. And the exciting news is that we are gearing up to open our retail that is Humble Nation, that comes with our house brand. So we planting our dapps, and as soon as we harvest in the summer, we're gonna put in our jar. So I'm working on all the concepts and all of the packaging stuff, and that's super exciting. Humble Nation is in Eureka. We have a 5,000 square foot space in downtown Eureka where we have a 3,000 square foot that's we operate the distribution, and then the 2,000 square foot on the front we are doing the retail. We are now in a build out phase. It's taking a lot. We self funded, mom and pops, hustling our asses off. Um, Keeping up with our employees and moving forward a little bit here and there. So it's slow. I'm hoping maybe by the fall we could start um, seeing some clients and open the retail, really focused on bringing sun grown and regenerative farmers, being on the spotlight. We, come from Humboldt, and Sunday Humboldt, we definitely like sun grown advocates, and really trying to focus on the beauty of sun grown flower and regenerative practices. That's kind of a little bit of our story. Andy's been a farmer for, I think this is his 27th season in the land. Or 26 years, something like that. Definitely uh, quite a long time.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys have both been in ganja for a long time, and you guys are really serving our community really well with Humboldt Trim Company. That's amazing, working with over 400 farms at this point. When I was in the rec market in 2017, it was so difficult working with distributors and finding one that even understood cannabis. And so to have people like you and Andy who actually come from our community and come from cannabis must really put a lot of farmers at ease. Must make it a lot easier to work with you guys than your. I was working with distributors that came from alcohol and they didn't understand cannabis at all. And it was
Yeah,
really frustrating and embarrassing for them and me.
I hear you.
And yeah, your location up there in Eureka of Humboldt Nation is such a beautiful building. You guys recently had those murals painted on the building during Eureka's Mural Festival. And yeah, your location really shines. I can't wait till you get that retail open. You guys are going to have on-site consumption as well, correct?
Yes, that's part of our goal. Um, we have a permit for on-site consumption, and that's why it's taking a little longer because you gotta do it's just the regulations on all these permits and things. They make it so difficult. But we decided back then to open the consumption together with the retail instead of just trying to do the retail and then the consumption lounge. Um, I guess I'm lost, man. Oh, I'm sorry. I have to turn that off my camera for a little bit until I
You're
find
good.
myself.
Yeah, you're good.
But
We can hear you just fine.
um, yes, we definitely understand ganja and the world of cannabis and how to operate in the market. Although one of the biggest challenges of the regulated market is that it's very vulnerable and it changes all the time, and that's the biggest challenging that we have, and that we also have to educate our farms, understanding that prices are very vulnerable, very unstable. It takes a lot of educational process and understanding to navigate this. It's a very volatile market. It's very hard, but here we are. I feel like being open and evolving and growing, it's a huge success. I feel really blessed that we're still up and running with big plans to provide our community, and gift our community like a lounge and another dispensary in Eureka, in Humboldt. I feel extremely grateful that I still have a company. And oops, we got more guests.
We got one more. We got Marcos joining us, sliding in
Woo!
here.
Hey there. Let me let you finish up, then I'll introduce myself.
All
Okay,
right. Well,
sounds
no,
good,
go
brother.
for it. I'm getting lost.
Yeah, we'll give you a minute here, Marcos. Welcome to the show, connoisseur grade
Oh, okay.
only. Yeah, super stoked to
Say
have you
that one more
joining
time.
us, brother. Yeah, welcome to the show.
I'm juiced. I'm juiced. I'm so excited to be a part of this, man. Thank you guys for letting me be a part of you guys' amazing event.
Yeah, absolutely, brother. Absolutely. Yeah, we're just finishing up with Marjo, and then we want to hear all about CGO and your upcoming Hash Hole Island. So we'll circle back to you here, brother.
Definitely. I'm gonna throw it on mute and I'm gonna let you guys get to it.
Nice to meet you. So anyway, I feel really grateful that we still have we're still operating, we're growing. We just hired one more person. Me and my husband, we really like hands on. We are on the road. We're picking up. We're packaging. We're driving. We're selling. paint farmers and doing all the hustle and the grind, and that's part of what I think we've still operating. We have very little overhead, um, and super excited to be opening our retail by the fall. And yes.
Awesome. Super excited for that, Marjo. And yeah, everybody come by the Humboldt Trim Company booth this weekend. If you're a licensed farm, you need a distro, you need processing, come talk to Marjo and Andy and Amber. Great team. They already work with a lot of farmers out there in Nevada County. And Andy has jumped on and given us a bunch of market reports over the last couple of years. We're going to come back to you here in a little bit, Marjo, and get a little bit of a market report from you. And, but yeah, let's welcome CGO to the show, Connoisseur Grade Only. Thanks for joining us, brother. I'm super glad you were able to jump on with us. How you doing today?
Oh, hell yeah, me too. I was getting nervous. I was like, oh man, I got to figure this out. Yeah.
Glad to hear it wasn't me only.
I think it was just my Android phone. I was like, let me hop on the iPhone, see if that works. It worked.
There you go. Trap phone for the win.
So let me introduce myself to everybody. Hey there, you guys. My name is Marcos Sarita. I'm right here out of Sacramento, California. This journey, the Connoisseur Grade Only, it's always been a lifestyle thing, for me and my close friends and relatives. But we really, like I said, a couple years ago, about maybe 3 years ago, I'd say, well, I decided to say, hey, let's make a brand. Let's try to figure something out. And I wanted to figure out what was missing in the cannabis industry and what's already here but needs improvement. And I'm not gonna lie, when my homie came up to me with one of those hash holes from All Tied Up, and I got excited, and he was excited, and I was like, well, there it is. I got that. I figured it out, because there wasn't enough people making hash holes, and there wasn't enough people out there, putting themselves out there for recognition and for what we do, because there's a lot of hours and stuff that go into this stuff that people don't understand, and it's a real passion, for the whole rolling community that's sprouted and is an amazing I don't know what to call it. It's like a Jack and the Beanstalk. It's big, and it just keeps getting bigger.
Yeah, hell yeah, bro. Well, you certainly made a name for yourself with your hash holes, and you got something really big cooking up for us on June 1st in Isleton, California. I'm super pumped to be a part of it. Tell us about Hash Hole Island. This is the second or the third Hash Hole Island?
This is actually the second annual. The first one was, man, it came together like I don't even know how to explain it. Was looking for just looking for a nice venue to have a party, and the homies had that island, and they're like, we got the island if you want to come check it out. And it was I got invited for, it was like a wedding or something, like a wedding after party. And I'm like, hey, if I'm invited to a party, I might as well come. I'm not going to be disrespectful. So I come, and I'm looking at the island, and I'm just like, man, this island is amazing. This is perfect for an event. And yeah, we locked it in last year. We did it at the end of like mid August. It was literally like crazy hot, 100-something degrees, humid as hell. It was crazy. And you know what? It was so crazy because we did it on a Tuesday during the week, and we didn't know how many people were going to come. We didn't know if people were going to come at all. And believe it or not, we had at least about 850 people come through, and it was amazing. Yeah. That's when I knew. I was like, oh man, we got an event.
Yeah. Well, the videos.
Now we're taking it up another notch. Last year I didn't have the budget to do really what I wanted to, but this year we outdid ourselves. We got the Ferris wheel. We got full production, stage, audio, lighting, everything. It's gonna be really awesome.
Yeah, the
Where
videos
is
from last year looked incredible, and this is going to be in Ileton, California. It's kind of between Sacramento and the Bay. It's kind of the perfect location for Northern California. It's about 2 hours from my house, so I'm super stoked to be there. And the
and when is
location
it?
looks incredible. June 1st, it's the Saturday after the Ridge Sesh, a week after this Saturday. And
All
yeah, it looks
right.
incredible. The location looks amazing. It's out on an island. It's got a Ferris wheel. Going to be a ton of killer vendors. You got a killer music lineup. You got Devin the
Yeah.
Dude headlining. A bunch of dope hip hop.
Yeah, I'm hella
Yeah,
excited, man. We got Arden Park Roots, a good little reggae band out here in Sacramento, local. They're really dope too. Got a good vibe. I'm really excited to bring to the island as well.
awesome, man. We're super excited for Hash Hole Island, bro. What are you bringing to the Ridge Sesh? You gonna have some hash holes
Oh,
ready to
definitely.
go?
I got some hash holes, the donut presses. I'm hoping to have this merch ready too as well. We're gonna see. I think we should be ready though.
Hell yeah, dude.
Definitely coming with some good pairings though. Definitely coming with some heat.
Yeah, awesome, awesome. Well, I'm
Yeah,
excited for Hash Hole Island because you've got a bunch of farmers, a bunch of hash makers, a bunch of brands I'm not as familiar with. There's a bunch of people I can tell it's like a heavy Sac community, Sacramento folks. I'm
yeah. We
excited
we
to
even got
meet a
some people
bunch of these
flying
folks.
in to be vendors, which is real crazy for me. That was last year we had a lot of locals, but this year we had quite a few people coming from out of the states. Which is really crazy dope for me.
Hell yeah. Yeah, it's looking like a banger. It's shaping up really nice. We're super pumped to be there. We'll be in the Get Blissed Out booth with our friends.
Oh,
Um,
definitely. You're gonna see so many new friends and make so many new friends and see old friends, and you never know who we're gonna see on the island. I ain't gonna lie, I'm pretty excited.
yeah. Tell everybody where they can get tickets and more info about Hash Hole
Yeah,
Island.
no, definitely. Yeah, so if you guys want to grab tickets, we have two places you can buy them, and then that'll be on hashholeisland.com, or you can go on to Eventbrite and look up Hashhole Island on Google, and it
And
will
you got
pop up.
and you got VIP tickets for that. I saw the VIP passes looked amazing. Yeah, tell us
There
about
are
that.
VIPs. I believe we have about 30 VIPs left. There was only 150 VIP tickets we sold this year, just because we wanted to make sure I didn't make too many and not deliver. I had some people last year still waiting on their bags, so got to give them an extra double, a
It
double up.
happens. It happens.
Yeah.
We're lucky to have a very understanding community when it comes
Yeah,
to
I know.
this kind
Sorry,
of
guys.
stuff.
I got you. I'm coming.
Good man. Good man. Well, yeah, hashholeisland.com or hit up Hash Hole Island on Eventbrite. And yeah, we'll see y'all on June 1st for that one. It's going to be a banger.
Yeah.
A late
Be
late night
ready this
after
weekend,
party.
though, guys. Make sure you guys grab those tickets and book your flights and just get ready to come have some fucking fun.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Awesome, Marcos. Well, thanks for joining us, brother. You're welcome to hang
Always.
around. We're going to talk some more. I'm going to jump over here to brother Andy. Hey, brother Andy from
Yo,
also
yo.
Humboldt Trim Company, the other half of this operation with Margeau. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Yeah, hey, how's it going?
Really good. Your lovely
All right.
wife gave us a lot of the history and the rundown on Humboldt Trim Company and a little bit of what's been going on and what you guys can offer. You've given me some fantastic market reports back over the last couple of years. You
Oh,
want to
yeah.
give us a little market update on what folks should be planting right now in their depths or what's moving right now? Give people a little insight into the rec market, especially in what distros are looking for right now.
Yeah, sure thing. I mean, what we're seeing right now, we're definitely seeing the first signs of the market changing and shifting as it does at this time of year. So a lot of people were kind of holding back some product, thinking, oh, maybe we'll see that price spike like we did last season, but it just didn't happen. And now we're starting to see the first signs of the opposite. Buyers, they get a little bit weary at this time when they know the fresh stuff is coming in. They don't want to pay top dollar for last year's stuff. and get caught holding the bag. And, we've all been through that. We all know what it's like. So it's totally understandable. So for outdoor and light depth farmers, especially from Northern California, we're just seeing, you just have to sell, at this point, and hope for the best. And so that's what we're seeing. And also we're getting contacted by a lot of Southern California mega entities with their auto flowers and all of that, seeing some of the menus, thousands and thousands of pounds of this and that and smalls and everything super cheap. So, it's real and it's on. And here we are near the end of May, June. So it's a new season, and a lot of people up here. We had a long rainy winter. It rained for about 3 months straight, it seemed. And about 2 weeks ago, the faucet turned off. So everybody's, getting their crops in. And as far as strains go, I just been telling people, like, grow what you're good at growing, because really it's quality is what sells at the end of the day. Nobody wants, the crappy black cherry runts just because it's desirable or trending. If it's not great, it's not going to make any difference. You're better off growing something that produces well for you, that how it performs, how it performs on your farm. You can get good results, you can get the yields you want, you can get the quality you want. And at the end of the day, you're gonna have much more success with that than chasing after the trends or the tippy top of the lemon cherry market or something like that. Don't be chasing it. Just do what you do. Do what you can do well is my advice for everyone. And that's just pretty much how it is. I'm here at I'm kind of waiting outside the school here. My daughter has a performance, so I'm kind of peeking into the gymnasium to see when she's gonna be up next. But that's how we do it. Humboldt Trim Company, we're like a family-run business. So my wife's on the road. She's just coming back from LA. I'm here with the kids outside the school, but we still got time for Brother Joey and for the Cured Cup and the whole community. So really happy to be here, and thank you so much.
Well, we really love and appreciate you guys. This whole cannabis community really does. You guys have been a big part of many communities in the Emerald Triangle, whether it's putting up sweat lodges and praying for people, or it's putting on incredible New Year's parties and incredible concerts and shows. And now you guys are just doing so much for our cannabis community right now, helping these farmers who are oftentimes at a loss. It's hard to communicate with distros. Retailers don't want nothing to do with the hill folk. You guys are really helping bridge that gap and make life easier on a lot of folks up there. So it's much appreciated.
Yeah, go ahead.
May I add a little bit about just the strains? What piggybacking what Andy just said. We are seeing a lot of interest on classic strains like sativas, like old school sativas, jacks, and diesels, and there's definitely like a bigger audience and need for good old classic strains. Just to add that to the picture, because I know people like us, we grew green crack and blue dream for decades, and then we start chasing trends and trending and all of that, and now we're pulling back from our sleeve, like, let's just grow what we grow really good and let's go for it. And there's definitely like a demand for those classic cuts.
Yeah, that's great advice. Is really grow what you're good at growing, because we see so much bad herb and everybody wants the new hot clone, which often don't grow good, especially if they're hash strains. And nobody wants bad weed. We go to a lot of sessions, we see a lot of bad weed. There's no shortage of that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just came across a neighbor who had some like fire SFVOG, and we were just like loving it, the way it smelled and looked, and just kind of reminiscing down memory lane. Um, it like you're saying, a lot of the retailers and brands, they don't really want to mess with every little mom and pop small farm. They're inconsistent from year to year. Strains are inconsistent. It's a long way from where they are. It's a lot of cost to deal with. Sometimes it's just hard to deal with small farmers. They we're just the way we are, I guess. And so, you know, and so what we're able to do is kind of like bring it all into one place and under one menu. And that's interesting for brands and for co-packers and all of that, because they know they can come to Humboldt Trim Company and see our menu, and they can look at our ever rotating, strains and prices, and like we have something at every price point, and we keep it reasonable. We're not like overly greedy. We're just getting by. We're trying to focus on volume and just keep our farmers getting paid and just keep the flow going, because we feel like that's what's important. While we weather these storms, hopefully there's going to be some stability someday, but it's probably going to be about like this, is for outdoor and light depth farmers, it's probably going to be $400 to $500 for your good stuff. Sometimes it's going to be a little more, sometimes it's going to be a little bit less, but that's where it seems like it's stabilizing. And it was said right when legalization happened up here by our local supervisor. She said, you better consider realistically if you can survive on $500 a pound. And at the time, I remember that was really shocking. Like, whoa, what are you, crazy? But then sure enough, that's where we're at. And so I guess some people could see it coming, and the indoor and mixed light, that production is year round. It just keeps pushing down on the prices. Other states now are just, producing so much. So all the like sales channels that trickle out of California are getting more clogged. So it's definitely getting harder. That's why we just stress with people like quality. You got to put something quality out there, or it's going to be really, really tough. It doesn't really matter what it is. It could be any strain, as long as it's like grown right and it's trimmed right and it looks right and the nose is right and it's somewhat fresh or stored really well. We can move it, and usually that's what has success. And that's my market report for right now, May 2024. And kind of like June 1st, it's almost like the season resets. So, maybe we'll see a little shortage. Maybe we'll see an uptick on the fresh stuff coming in. Who knows? Who knows? It's anyone's guess. And but new season, most all the farmers I know, they're all planting again. They're like, all right, let's go again. Let's do it. Another year. This is what we do. This is what we love. This is what we're about. So we just try to support as best we can. As far as the show this weekend, I'm super stoked, like to play some music too. We tried to pull together a little band, but I'm just gonna do some solo blues, a little resonator slide, just some chill vibes. And then I guess there's gonna be another DJ, and the wonderful DJ Marjo Lack is gonna bring us some wonderful sounds from who knows where. She says some funky disco, maybe some funky disco. I don't know.
I
Could
still
be.
gotta
We don't
get my
know. It could be
shit
anything.
on. Exactly.
She told me she hadn't picked her set out yet.
Yeah, me neither. We're just gonna wing it, but it's gonna be all right.
That's great.
Have
Yeah,
not
you guys
even
are.
made home yet.
Yeah, she hasn't even made it home.
Yeah, you guys are a very talented musical family. We're super honored to have you both performing for us on Saturday at the Ridge Sesh. That's going to be really fun. Yeah. Yeah, I loved hearing what you were saying about the old green crack and the old blue dream. And that's how, if that's what you were good at growing for 20 years, that's what you should still be growing. Because I was just talking about it last night, how that's what I grew for years. OG, Blue Dream, and Green Crack. And I'd love to get back into it.
Yeah, I'll bring some classic Green Crack for you, Joe. I'd be happy to share. If anybody wants to, the thing that people always tell me, it's like, oh man, that just brings me back to high school, or they just have some memory associated to like when times were good, when they loved weed, when it just made them feel so good, so that's why I think it's relevant, and it'll never get old, it'll never get old.
Yeah, and it's harder to find all those things that used to be available everywhere. Everybody and their grandma had a good Sour D clone and a good OG clone, and now it's nearly impossible to find the real thing.
It's really hard.
We took all these things for granted. We try, like you said, trying to follow those trends of what we see on Instagram or what we see in the magazine, and just ridiculous. Yeah, people should have just stuck with what they were good at.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm happy to hear that rec market pounds are stabilizing around 5 or 6. It was really ugly a couple of years ago, and it was at 2 and 3 and even lower, and that was the nail in the coffin for a lot of people. So yeah, I'm happy to hear people are planting again. We know a lot of people who definitely shrunk their square footage a little bit in the last couple of years, but it seems like everybody's quality's gone up. The more they've shrunk the size of their grow, the more the more the quality's gone up, man. The more that they can handle themselves, like you guys do.
Yeah.
There it is. Yeah. Hey, Marcos, you want to give us some pointers on rolling the perfect hash hole, bro? Because I still need some major work on my technique. And I've seen you drop some knowledge on your story. I've seen you call out some of these other hash hole rollers for cutting corners or doing things that are going to lead to lower quality. Give us some knowledge, bro. Drop us a little knowledge on the home hash hole roller.
So I got a couple of little tippers. First things first, if you want to roll the perfect hash hole, gotta buy a hash hole press.
That's what's up.
For anyone that doesn't know how to do it, these are lifesavers. I'm gonna do a demonstration real quick for you guys, real quick.
Are you gonna have some of those at the Ridge Sesh this weekend? I
definitely will have some of these. I have an assortment of colors, so I'm gonna show you guys how we work this little doohickey. How do you switch the camera? Well, all right, I'm gonna show you guys. So basically, you get you a paper. Boom, gum lines on top. Boom, you put it right there. Boom, and then you get your flour that's either milled or grinded. Boom, put them in there. Nice, and then you give it a nice little even padding. Make a nice little, because you want it to be like an even hole when you do that. All right. Then you just tap it a couple times, and then you just lift it up. And you just tap it, and then boom.
Where'd you put your?
That's your little patty. Nice and little even.
Oh yeah, perfect.
All right, and now I'm gonna get some rosin.
So how much flour is that? Is that about a gram or a gram and a half?
About a couple grams. It's probably a little over a couple grams, maybe.
And is that a king? What size paper is that? Was that just a 1 1/4?
A king size element right there.
Okay.
We'll use some Gorilla Glue rosin with the candy.
Nice.
Do a little candy gas.
Yeah, if anybody's got questions for Marcos or for Marjo, just drop them in the Instagram chat there, and we'll get some.
Nice little worm. Some people like it in the beginning. Some people like it in the middle. Some people like it at the end. I like it around the middle so I can taste my flour first. I'll show you guys a little demo. So basically in the middle, some people put it. So I roll left to right, so it's mainly going to be over here towards the right side. But some people roll right to left, so it'll be mainly over here. All right, I'll show you guys how I do it. right, give me 1 second. I'll give you guys a little demo. The grave digger?
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen, here we go.
Oh yeah, that's perfect.
So I usually grab it from like the tip, boom, grab it right here, and then another one under it, like a little hot dog status, and then I'll kind of like do a little V-shaped hot dog little. So what I'm doing is I'm not squeezing it and I'm not trying to press it too hard because you want to keep that centered hole. You got any tips over there? Any glasses? No? It's all good. I'll put those motherfuckers away. Niggas, people were just taking them thinking it was cool for them to take the tips. No. All right, so we're going to use a rec tip today. Nice little purple one. So basically, a little tip I like to do is I like to tap it from the bottom, and then I'll put it in there. Boom. Some people like to put the tip in last. I put it in the beginning. Use it as like a guide on how like what the diameter of the joint's gonna be. So if it's loose, use something to pack it in.
Helps so you don't have to go find the right size tip.
Yep, helps so you don't have to find the right size tip. Just boom, perfect every time. All right, boom. So it's a little loose in the middle right here. So what I'll do is I'll hold it right here and push this in. And then pull the tip out a little more. Oh. Pull it out. I pull my tip out halfway and then I push it in.
Oh, nice.
So it's like you're injecting the flour so you get that nice tightness. Always give your joint a nice tap. And then
How many now?
oh, my suitors ain't working.
Oh man, that was beautiful though. That really rolled together nicely. It really is an art form.
Little shotgun shell to smoke on. And then you have a little tip left. You can just push it in there, tighten it up a little bit. Nice little shotgun shell.
Yeah, that was beautiful, man.
There you guys go. Little tutorial on how to roll a donut.
That was perfect, man.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys taking the time to watch it, man. Whoever's out there watching it, I hope you guys recorded that.
Yeah, no, that was great. That was great.
Like five cameras just turned off their screen recorder right now.
5 new hash hole companies just started.
They got the tech. They know what's up.
They got the tech. Well, I'm excited to roll a few up for myself.
Yeah, man. I'll sit there. We'll sit there and we'll top game. I'll show you a couple little things while you roll. So you know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
That's one thing, man. I'm never here to hide the game. I'm here to lace people up and teach and educate, and so we can all win together.
That's what's up, brother.
Too
Tell
many
us
things.
about some of the rolling competitions you're gonna have at Hash Hole Island. The
Oh
Roll
yeah, my
Olympics.
boy. I could let my boy Ray talk about it. Actually, he's actually right here. We're taking some dabs. He's the one orchestrating it this year. Because I'm just a little too busy this year. But he's gonna crush it on his own accord. I'm glad he wanted to do that because I was like, man, a lot of people were asking, like, hey, are we gonna do a little hash hole competition?
Yeah, have Ray jump on. We'd love to talk to him.
Yeah, hold on. When the orchestrating, what you mean?
Hold on, what's going on?
Ray, you thought you were gonna get to do dabs and knock it on camera?
Yep, that's it. Going on.
What's up,
Hash
brother?
Island.
How are you?
Pretty good, you?
Yeah, we're great, man. Welcome to the show. I'm Joey. This is Marjo. Super excited to meet you at Hash Hole Island. Thanks for helping put that on.
Let him know we'll be over there at the Ridge Session.
Be at the Ridge Sesh too.
Hell yeah. Yeah, we're pumped for the Ridge Sesh this Saturday. Give us the rundown on the Roll Olympics, bro, and what do you got planned for competitions and for fun for Hash Hole Island, June 1st?
So we're doing the hash hole competition. It's the just straight hash hole. So you bring in we're gonna have 15 entries. They bring in 5 rolls, $100 for the entry, and then we're gonna have me, myself, Miguel, CGO when he has time, and then Jake and Red Root Drilling Co. We're gonna be the judges.
Awesome.
And then there's two different winners basically. The first one's going to be judged off of basically 10 different categories, like appearance, crumbs, taste, flavor, hash, all that type of stuff. And the other one's just solely based off of the flavor of the drink.
What are the prizes for the winning?
Prize for basically it's 2 prizes. First place for each one. No second places. We only do first place. If you ain't first, you're last. $1,000 to the first place of the best overall, and $500 to the first place of the best tasting.
Very cool. Do you have your competitors already picked out, or people show up day of event and can enter?
So whoever's hitting me up, and then they can show up with their rolls the day of. That's when we're doing the entries. You meet up that day, draw off your entries at the CGO booth by 4 o'clock. That way they can be judged throughout the day.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, we're super excited to make it out to Hash Hole Island. Hey, do you guys have any pointers on smoking those donuts and hash holes? Because I know there's some specific ways you want to smoke those, light those. Any advice on that? Because hash holes are new for a lot of folks, especially outside of the West Coast. A lot of people don't have that kind of access. So what kind of pointers you got on that?
Always light with a torch. It's going to give you the best light, even burn that you want. And then keep your joint held down. Holding it down allows it to evenly pull up, build that ash resin ring, all that extra shit.
And is there a special way you want to hit that too? Special way you want to puff on that?
Yeah, it's like a mix, like a hit. It's like a soft, strong pull. Like you're not sucking it too hard, but you're pulling it a little bit decent. Like I think of it as like just breathing in. Like you don't want to fucking suck it. You just inhale. And then, after you hit it, you want to give it a little time to cool down. You don't want to keep hitting it, burning it too hot, because then your joints start running.
And then when you go to ash that, you don't want to rub that in the ashtray or anything. Yeah.
No, and then you don't want to ash it. You want to let it ash itself.
Oh, nice.
Let it build as much as possible. That's going to be your engine cooler, or your, what do you call it? Your radiator. It cools the hit.
Oh, nice. Filters the air a little bit, huh?
Yeah.
Cools it down a little bit.
Yep.
Very cool. Very cool. Right on. Well, thanks for joining us, man. We're super excited for Hash Hole Island, June 1st. We're super excited you're going to be joining us at the Ridge Sesh and Cured Cup this Saturday. And yeah, Marjo, still got you there? There you are. All right, I think we lost Marco, and but we've got him lined up for June 1st. We'll be at Hashwell Island with him. Marjo, I'm going to let you go and get back on the road. I know you're working hard. I know you got a lot to do when you get home to prepare for this coming weekend. Any message for the farmers that are going to be coming out this weekend? Any message to farmers who might need distro or processing services?
Well, anyone can reach out to us. We're very accessible at info@humbletrim.com or my Instagram, Humble Trim Company Instagram. I'm at Instagram at DJ Marjo Lock. And message for everybody: keep it up and don't stop believing in your dream. We still have the greatest job in the world that is working with cannabis. So regardless of how hard it is and how competitive, we're still very blessed to be working every day with this plant and with the amazing community that we have and that we are for each other. So that's my final message. And come out, come hang out, smoke some hash and dance, swim, eat some good food. What are you excited about the Sesh?
Marjo, I think you might have to fix your microphone. I don't know how well that all came through right there. I might need you to say all that over again. Yeah, I'm super excited for this weekend. I've been recovering from surgery the last couple of years, so I've just been kind of taking it easy, laying low. I haven't been able to get out much, so I'm just excited to see all my family, see you and Andy and the kids. My parents are coming. It's going to be a real family affair. So lots of friends, lots of good music, lots of good smoke, lots of good food. Some great demonstrations throughout the day and workshops. I'm excited to hear all these cultivators going to talk about their cultivation and curing techniques during the competition. And we just had such a great time at the Ridge Sesh 2 years ago. It's a really beautiful property. I'm just excited to be returning to that location and to the Ridge. Super sweet spot. So yeah, it's anytime we can gather with this community, it's just an honor for us and a total blast. We definitely feel the love, and we're really excited to see that we're all still here somehow, and give thanks for that every day. And thank you again to you and Andy and Humboldt Trim Company and Humboldt Nation for all your support. And yeah, if you can get your microphone a little closer, a little different, give one more little shout out there. Tell people what you want to know about Humboldt Trim Company.
I don't know. Can you hear me now? Is it better?
Nah, still bad.
Damn. Hold on. Let me see. I don't know. It is what it is. I guess it's just my headset going out.
Oh, good. Well, we're going to see you Saturday. Everybody's going to come out, see you Saturday. Come visit Humboldt Nation and Humboldt Trim Company. See Marjo and Andy and Amber, and link up. Hit them up if you need help with the farm. So thank you for joining me, sister. Thank you to Connoisseur Grade Only, Marcos. Unfortunately, the Real Ridge Boys wasn't able to join us tonight, but we'll get them after the event. So come on out Saturday, y'all. tinyurl.com/the Ridge Sesh to get your parking pass. That's the only way to get directions. Get that parking pass, and we will see you Saturday at 1 o'clock, y'all. All right, much love. Cheers. Peace, Marjo. Love you, sis.
Love you too. Thank you so much, Joey. Can't wait to
Take
see you
care.
guys.
See you soon.
Bye.